Communication is always an issue in aviation and air traffic services from both the controller and pilot perspective, I guess. The main issue is when people do not use standard phraseologies and phonetics, that there can be a reasonable amount of confusion that comes into the transmissions and the communication process. We instill in our controllers a sense that when things aren't working the way that they perhaps should, or when it's getting busy, not to speed up your communication, because it just creates more issues in the communication chain. In most cases, if you speed up, you tend to run words together, tend to mispronounce things and that sort of thing. And just the speed, if somebody is unable to hear properly because of accents, because of English not being first language, etc., then really all it does is delays the communication process, because you have to come back and clarify. If you're communicating with ATC and you wish to get your message across, then speak clearly and at a pace which is not difficult to sort of pick up. Speeding up doesn't necessarily help. We would prefer pilots to actually tell us when they've got an issue, when they don't understand something, or when they have an issue with the operation of the aircraft. In any respect whatsoever, we would rather that the pilot actually tells us at the time than flies around in a confused state, if you like, trying to either ascertain the correct information or figure out what it is that we've just said to them if they're not understanding. Clarification of everything is what we do. The process of ensuring that readbacks are correct is so that we don't have aircraft flying through levels that they're not assigned, or tracking along tracks that they haven't been passed on, or just wanting to do something that the controller hasn't understood correctly because they haven't assured that the readback is correct. So we're, one of the things that we are looking at, as well as phraseology and communication when controllers are being checked, is that they are listening correctly to everything that's said, so that there's no confusion with readbacks. Talking without listening can be a problem, particularly in busy airspace. If you've got a lot of aircraft in the airspace that are all wanting to communicate, then they really have to sort of listen out and pretty much wait their turn. You will still occasionally get situations where there's a lot of traffic whereby people have listened out and waited, and you'll still get two pilots that decide to talk at the same time. We can't do much about that, but it's appreciated if pilots actually do listen out before they speak, so that we don't get overlapping communications.